Hi guys, today I'm going to show you this very interesting RERE ASW2-Pro smartwatch. It has a large 1.8 inches screen. It has built-in microphone and speakers, so it can be used to make phone calls directly from this watch. And you can use also the Alexa assistant here directly on the watch, and it has a lot of tracking for sports, more than 100 different sports modes, and it tracks also a lot of your health data. So very interesting watch. So I'm going to take it out of the box, show you what you get, connect it to the app, and then show you what we can do with it. And so here we have the package with some description, some specs here in the bag. So let's open it, take it out. Comes with this instructions manual, nice description of most of the functions. Then here the proprietary charging cable. I guess this is a magnetic cable. And here the watch itself, really nice, beautiful. Comes with this modern strap here with a lot of holes, so we can adjust it to any size. What's important to know that we cannot put it down on the ground flat, but this is just something which is not very important. We can also replace the watch band, but of course we cannot use a standard watch band because it has this special angle here. And then we remove the protection, and so we can charge it from any USB-A power source. We put it here, you can see, we really can feel how we have to put it, and it's already almost fully charged, really nice. And when we remove this, we can see that we have to download the Very Fit app, and we get even the QR code to scan. So we can scan this directly from here. Brings us directly to the official store where we can download and install it. And so we open the app, and we can either use it right away or do a login. Then we have even a little bit more functions. And so we give all authorizations which are required. And so when we are logged in, we go to device, we add a device, and now it's searching, and it has found this watch here. Let's see how this works. Okay, and it's already successful. And of course, it's very important to follow all the instructions, give all the authorizations, otherwise it won't work properly. Also, of course, very important to give the notification authorizations, otherwise you won't get any notification from the smartphone. And then we can log into the Alexa account. Okay, and so we have now successfully registered for the Alexa, and now we can choose for which apps we want to have notifications. The list of apps is not unlimited, but we have quite a lot. I would say the most important apps for communication are supported. Okay, so that's it. Now let's check on the device itself, and we can see it has already synced now the date and time, and so we are ready for everything. That's awesome. If you want to set, you can also set an alarm directly from here and activate the health tracking. You can see the heart rate is already enabled, and we even have a lot of options for the heart rate tracking. We can even set some alerts. Yeah, we really have a lot. We can even activate stress monitoring, SpO2 monitoring, drinking reminder, hand washing reminder, fitness tracking, scientific sleep tracking, and some cycle tracking, which is then mostly the female stuff. So I activate here also the SpO2 tracking, and we can see we have even a low blood oxygen level reminder. We can set this value. That's awesome. So I would say we are good to go. Now, of course, we want to change the watch face. There's even a large marker for that. We have a lot of free watch faces, but some are premium watch faces which you have to pay. And so it's super easy. We can just click on one and then say install. And so it's downloading and installing it. Okay. And so I've been wearing this watch now for a couple of days, and it was a full success. Yeah, one of the best smartwatches I have ever tested. Really reliable watch. It's hard to find any negative aspects, but I'm going to show you a couple of things here on top. We have the status menu with a lot of things. We have do not disturb, but we can also set do not disturb automatically on the app. I think even here, so we don't have to do that manually. We have also the different brightness. You can see when we have it on 100% brightness, we can also see it very good outside, even in direct sunlight. That's good. And when we have it on the minimum brightness 20%, we can still see it really nicely here inside, and then we can save a lot of battery. We can turn on and off the wake gesture. That's the thing when you rotate your wrist, and then it will turn on automatically. That's also pretty much the only thing which you have to do when you go to bed, or at least this is what I have done. By the way, battery is still on 44%. It was a little bit higher before I started doing this video. We can get also more information on the battery level. Before I started to make this video, it was on 50%, and we can see last charge 4 days. So we can definitely estimate that this can last easily 1 week with everything, all the tracking, everything turned on. This is really nice. So if you don't need all the health tracking and you can turn them off, the battery will last even much longer. Then we have also a flashlight for the night, very convenient. We have this automatic drainage function. By the way, after using the swimming mode, it will activate that anyway. Then here we have the settings. We have different watch faces. You can see really nice ones here. And the cool thing is that they are not only very nice, we also have some very convenient ones. So the things which you see are usually fully updated, and some are even clickable. You can see that here I have, for example, the music control, or we have the phone function, and then we have the alarm here. And the cool thing is we cannot only turn on or turn off the alarms, we can even delete them, we can add additional ones. So we have the full alarm functionality here directly on the watch. Of course, we can also do that on the app. Then we have battery saving option. We can find the smartphone. And down here we have the notifications, has been working really good, very reliable for all the apps which I have activated. Then on the right side we get a quick overview what we have been doing during the day. Then on the right side we can test the heart rate, SpO2 and the stress level in one. That's an awesome thing here. So we can just click once and it will test all the 3 functions. Then we have the exercise. Of course, we have many more functions, and we have even much more on the app. We can add and customize these things. It's extreme what we have, and I've been testing a couple of them. It looks really good. What I like here is the pool swimming, one of the best swim functions I've seen, because it has been locking the screen nicely. I have been holding it under the tap water and it didn't do anything. With a lot of smartwatches which even have a swim function, they are not protecting the screen, and then the screen is doing crazy stuff underwater. It's like touching the screen, and here it's locked. That's nice. So when you're finished, you long press and then it's draining the water, and then it gives also some recommendation to shake out the water, and then it's finished. And on the right side we have some sleep information for the night. And as a last thing, on the right side we have the Alexa function, so we can click on it and it's listening. Hey Alexa, what's the latest Bitcoin price?
1 Bitcoin is worth $25,200, down 2.3% over the last 24 hours.
Okay, that's awesome. And so you can see it's not only giving you a written answer, it's also talking to you, because we have a microphone and speaker built in. But of course you don't have to use the speaker. We have also this setting here where we can activate sounds or not. We have a silent mode which we could use, and so it would never use the speaker, no matter if it's an alarm or timer or call. I mean, of course, for talking, it would use the speaker, but not for other stuff. This can be super helpful. I love it, because I only want this watch to wake me up in the morning with a vibration and not with an audible alarm. And the vibration is really strong, or at least we can set it strong. Now it's on moderate, but we can adjust it to weak, moderate or strong. And usually I had it on strong, and it did wake me up in the morning very easily with the vibration. One of the strongest vibrations I've seen in such a watch. So these are the maximum tiles which we have here on the watch, but if we don't need all of them, we can also remove them from the app, and when we go even further, we come back. So we can also swipe to the left side and use all these functions. But of course, these are not all the functions. We can get the full overview of all the functions. When we push here inside, we can see the activity from the day, really detailed about almost everything. Then we have the phone function with call history, frequent contacts, which we can sync here, or we just use the dial pad and now it's calling, so we could adjust the volume here or use the dial pad or put it on mute.
Subscriber you have called is not available. Leave a message after the tone.
Microphone test 1 2 3 4 5. So I've been talking now to the answering machine. So we have now a voice sample and can see how the microphone is.
Microphone test 1 2 3 4 5. Microphone test 1 2 3 4 5.
And so I've been listening also to the microphone sample, and I would say it's definitely one of the better microphones. I think the microphone is picking up the voice in a really good way, and we have already heard the speaker, which is also really good. And of course we have much more functions. Some are functions which we have already seen, like the Alexa workout and workout records. That's also something which is really nice. We can check then the heart rate, which we have seen, SpO2, stress, sleep, then some breath exercise for relaxation, the clock. We have different functions. We have the alarm again, which we have already seen. Then we have a stopwatch here, and we have a timer with some predefined functions, but we can also define our own time up to 24 hours. And what's really nice here is that the stopwatch and the timer, both functions can run in the background. So when we push here, it goes back to the main screen. We can do some other stuff, but the timer is running in the background and it will alert me even when I'm on this screen. But of course I can also go back, click on the clock and on the timer, and you can see it has been running in the background. Then again, the weather information, cyclic tracking, female stuff, then the music, camera, find phone, and the settings again. So what's the bottom line? I think it's a really good, solid watch. Definitely one of the best smartwatches in this price range for sure. Most of the smartwatches which I have tested have a couple of disadvantages or even larger disadvantages. Here it's rather difficult to find some real problems. Of course, we have the limitation for the notifications for only these apps. This is something, if you need notification from some other apps, then you can't activate that, unfortunately. And then of course we don't have some fancy features. We don't have NFC, which is probably super hard to find in this class. But also we do not have any wireless charge. We do not have any always on display. That's something which we can sometimes get in this price range. Then some other thing, the touch to wake, I don't know. Sometimes I had the impression that it would touch to wake, sometimes not. So maybe it's just not so reliable. What we also have here regarding brightness, the watch doesn't have any brightness sensor, so you have to adjust it like inside, outside, during the night, these things. And then we do not have any schedule for the wrist gesture. So this is something which you have to do every night and every morning to activate and deactivate. But I still would say it's complaining on a very high level. And we definitely have one of the best battery life, especially when we have turned on all the tracking. Also the display is nicely visible from all the sides. Of course, it's not a super fancy watch, but if you need something just super reliable, something which has pretty much all the functions, then this could be the thing for you. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description, so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.